The radar operator noticed the contact first. Somewhere deep in contested international waters, a NATO destroyer cut through rough seas during what should have been a standard patrol operation. Crew members monitored surrounding traffic while advanced radar systems scanned the horizon for nearby aircraft and vessels. The region had already become one of the most tense military zones on Earth. Warships from multiple nations operated dangerously close to one another almost daily. Then suddenly a fast-moving contact began closing in. At first it seemed routine, but within minutes alarms started sounding across the destroyer as the unidentified vessel continued approaching far more aggressively than expected. Officers rushed onto the bridge while surveillance systems locked onto the incoming ship. Radio traffic intensified instantly, and that's when the situation became dangerous. According to military analysts, confrontations between major naval powers are among the most unpredictable situations in modern warfare. Massive warships packed with missiles, radar systems, helicopters, and electronic warfare equipment can go from tense observation to full-scale crisis incredibly fast, especially when neither side wants to back down. Reports soon suggested the approaching vessel was linked to Chinese naval operations in the region. As the distance between the ships narrowed, both sides reportedly began maneuvering carefully through rough seas while helicopters circled overhead monitoring every move. One wrong turn, one misunderstood signal, one sudden maneuver. That's all it could take. Witnesses later described the atmosphere aboard the NATO destroyer as tense but controlled. Sailors moved quickly between stations while command crews tracked nearby vessels across giant tactical displays. Every radar ping and radio transmission suddenly mattered. Then came the maneuver everyone started talking about. According to defense observers monitoring the incident, the Chinese vessel reportedly crossed dangerously close to the NATO destroyer's projected path, forcing rapid adjustments to avoid escalation. Military experts immediately warned that encounters like this can become catastrophic in seconds if communication breaks down. And what makes modern naval standoffs so terrifying is how much firepower is involved. Today's NATO destroyers are essentially floating fortresses, equipped with guided missiles, anti-air systems, advanced sonar, torpedoes, and electronic warfare capabilities. They are designed to survive some of the most dangerous combat scenarios imaginable. Many can track dozens of threats simultaneously across sea and air. And once tensions rise, every system on board shifts into high alert. Analysts later explained that these confrontations often become psychological battles as much as military ones. Each side wants to demonstrate strength and control without crossing the line into open conflict. But crowded waters filled with heavily armed warships create enormous risks. Then things escalated even further. Reports began circulating that military aircraft from multiple nations were operating nearby during the encounter. Surveillance planes allegedly monitored the confrontation from above while additional naval assets moved within range of the area. Satellite trackers online exploded with activity as observers around the world watched ship movements in real time. Social media quickly filled with speculation. Some claimed the incident came closer to collision than officials admitted. Others warned it could become another sign of rising tensions between China and NATO forces operating across strategic waterways. Videos allegedly captured from nearby ships soon appeared online, showing massive vessels maneuvering through rough seas at unsettlingly close distances. And then came another major concern: electronic warfare. Defense experts pointed out that modern naval encounters often involve far more than visible ship movements. Radar jamming, signal interference, cyber systems, and targeting sensors may all become active long before any missiles are fired. In some situations, crews may not even fully understand what systems are being disrupted in real time. That possibility immediately raised alarms among military planners. Because once advanced electronic systems become involved, Misunderstandings can spiral out of control incredibly quickly. The Indo-Pacific region has already become a pressure point between global powers. Vital trade routes, military alliances, and territorial disputes intersect across these waters, making every confrontation politically explosive. Warships from NATO countries increasingly patrol the region alongside allies to demonstrate freedom of navigation and strategic presence. China, meanwhile, has expanded its naval reach dramatically in recent years. And the result is exactly what experts fear most: more ships, more patrols, more encounters, more chances for disaster. History has shown how easily naval incidents can escalate. A single collision, warning shot, or accidental system lock could trigger responses nobody originally intended. Once military forces move into crisis mode, events can unfold faster than diplomats can react. That's why incidents like this are watched so closely around the world. For the sailors aboard that NATO destroyer, though, the danger wasn't theoretical. It was right in front of them. Massive steel warships moving through dark waters, weapon systems on standby, helicopters overhead, tension rising by the second. And somewhere in the middle of it all stood one terrifying reality. If either side made the wrong move, the consequences could stretch far beyond the open sea. Because when China challenges a NATO destroyer in contested waters, the entire world pays attention. And this time, many believe they may have seriously underestimated who they were dealing with.